Today's episode is going to be about balance. Balance in everything, and it's something that I really try and push across to a lot of people. Back in the day, or even now, people assume that I just play games all day, every day, 9 to 5, because that's what I do, that's my career, that's where I'm going to, and when I get home, that's all I do is play games. And I'm quick to correct them. It's not what I do, you know. And on the weekends, I hardly ever see my computer or my consoles. I really don't want to see them. I want to go outside and I want to go do other things. And I tell people it's all about balance. Let me explain. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why I started believing the things that I do now. But there was one day when I was just sitting in front of my computer, and I played all day. I was like, as soon as school was over, I rushed home, got on my computer, started playing whatever. It was Counter-Strike or World of Warcraft, and I would just go at it for hours, and it would infuriate my mother because I hadn't done my homework, and she was like, "You've been a bad boy, go and just do your homework." And I'll never forget, she used to tell me, she used to say, you know, if you put half the effort that you do in your video games, you would be so good at school. And I was terrible at school. Let's just get that right out of there. I hated school. I was no good. I was a terrible academic, but mostly because I think that I learned things in a very different way to most people. But that's a story for another time. We're talking about balance. So balance, that tippy seesaw type of thing that we all need to get into our lives, and I encourage everybody to look at their lives in this sort of way, and sort of take everything with, you know, with a little bit of inept. Don't be greedy with one thing. I know there's a lot of things that people love to do, and sometimes we can be overwhelmed with that greed, and we just want it more and more and more. And what I had to do for myself is, like, you know, I love video games, love playing games. It's a chance for me to escape and get out there and be awesome inside this virtual world where nothing else matters except what I do. And you get praised for it, and it's fantastic. And I think I was sitting one day, and I was watching YouTube videos, and I was seeing all these amazing things that these people were doing, you know, going outside, mountain climbing, or they're skydiving, and I'm like just going, wow, I'd love to do stuff like that. And then I think, oh, but you know, I'll never do that. I'm like, I don't have the time. I'm too busy playing my computer games, you know, or I'll never be able to go and do the stuff that was in my computer games in real life type of thing. And I sort of took a step back. I was like, why am I limiting myself to the things that I think I cannot do? And I started getting irritated with myself and saying, you know, that's not the way to do it. And I started realizing how lazy I am. And let me just tell you now, I am one of the laziest person. There's nothing more I'd rather do than sit on the couch watching movies. It's my favorite pastime. But like I said, it's all about balance. So I got myself off the couch, I got myself involved, and started doing things. I started playing rugby with my mates, started studying again, which was crazy. I decided to do a film school thing and like get involved because it was something I enjoyed doing. I enjoyed this talking to you guys, and it's really weird and blows my mind because I don't understand why I put myself on the line like this. But it's cool, and I get satisfaction out of it, and it's all about the balance of how much you're able to give. Obviously, I have a full-time job, and I can't do as much as I'd love to do, and I'm always learning new things and making mistakes along the way and hopefully correcting them. But yeah, it's been a fantastic journey, and it's really allowed me to pick up and find and experiment with new things. I went with a friend who I actually met on Xbox Live. He introduced me to paintball, and now paintball is like my next biggest love. I love playing the game, and this year I'm creating my own team. And you know, I've taken a calendar and I've started highlighting all the days that I'm playing paintball. Sunday, for me, most Sundays is paintball day. Don't ask me to do anything on Sunday because I'll probably be playing paintball, and I love it. And I got shot in the head, as you can see. And I live with my scars. It's what I got myself involved with, and I love it. And you know, I go out and I find a mate. We go watch a movie, or I go and find my friends, and we go and we do quiz night on Wednesday nights, which is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's something very different, something that's very unusual. Don't really do that often. My other friend, we went and we played Laser Quest the other day, and it was crazy. It was like, you know, all these little things that we don't normally do. You know, we sort of get into this routine of doing the same thing over and over again. And I keep on telling people it's all about balance. And one of the worst things for me is people telling me work is shit, it's too hard, there's too much going on, they're too busy, too much of this. And I just think, gotta bring it back. You gotta just take a step back from what you're doing and say, hang on, this is not what I signed up for, this is not what I want to do, and you've got to control it. And I'm not going and saying that everybody must now quit their jobs because they hate them. I'm saying you need to organize your life a little bit better, and you need to put certain things in priority, because at the end of the day, you come first, nobody else. And you got to say, well, these are the things that I want to do, and you got to make sure that you reach those priorities. And there's an awesome quote that I live by. I don't know who said it, I remember seeing it somewhere, and it's something that's sort of ingrained in my mind. Work to live, don't live to work. What it basically means is don't live every day of your life to go to a job, to work yourself to the bone, and then go home and still be worried or still be working on work. Work's at work. Leave it at work. Don't bring your work home with you. Do something else in the evenings. Do something. Pick a hobby. Do something to release your mind. It's not healthy to be stuck in this work environment. And I get it. Sometimes you are just that busy. I mean, I know, for me, when October comes and it's rage time, and we've got that big expo to do, there's nothing else I can do but work on rage. And it's late nights, and it's 2 to 3 weeks of planning and getting involved, and I'm tired afterwards. But you know what? I'm prepared for that because I know that that's going to happen. And I'm tired, and it makes me sad when I keep on hearing people saying, oh, they're stressed out from work, they've got so much to do, and this and that, and it stops them from living their lives like they should be. There's got to be that line. There has to be that line. And only you can come up to yourself and sort of realize where that line is and sort of make that stand and say, enough's enough. This is where it is. That's where I'm ending it, and I'm going to do this. And it doesn't have to, it can be anything you want. The one thing I realized I did, and it was weird, because I was busy. I was looking for things to do, and I found myself, I was playing rugby with my mates, and the only reason I was playing rugby with my mates was because I wanted to spend time with them, and because that was the only other time I did, because I stopped drinking, and I didn't want to go out and party hard and get drunk and all that sort of stuff. I wasn't enjoying myself. I was getting angry. You wake up with a massive hangover, and you spend the rest of your Sunday not enjoying it because you're nursing a hangover. So that's a whole day wasted, and I really wanted to enjoy what I had for my weekend. So I stopped playing rugby as well because I wasn't enjoying getting beaten all the time. And I picked up paintball, and I love paintball. And it was a big step for me because I literally moved away from a huge group of my friends to say, look, I'm not going to play rugby anymore. I'm going to go do something else. And it was a terrifying move, but I'm happier for it. It's not that I don't see my friends anymore. I still go out with them when I can and go and check them out. I just don't go to do the rugby thing. I don't want to put myself in that sort of danger to just be with my mates. I can be with my mates if I need to be. We still go out for braais and do all the cool things that we normally do, go on holiday with them. It's great, and I love that aspect. But it's a control and a balance that you've got to find for yourself in your life. And I hope you can find it. And I just want to know from you, drop me a comment. Do you have this balance, or do you have a problem with too much work or too much school, or you're addicted to your video games and you can't get enough and all that sort of stuff? Or do you find yourself wanting a little bit more, getting out there and finding a little bit more? It's like, I started doing serious gym, just wanted to take care of myself, my health, and I wanted to be a little bit more in shape. And now I'm doing all these fantastic challenges. They're taking me to weird places, which is really cool. Stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't do the training and all that sort of stuff. So it's very exciting. I really want to hear what you guys have to say. So drop me a comment in the comments below. Like this video if you agree with me. Thank you for watching. I hope you got some insight into something that I'm really passionate about, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. So cheers.